Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Eau de Treasure. This is Steven, and inside this box, I have some discontinued vintage, rare, interesting fragrances. There was one seller that had a bunch of beautiful gems. Couldn't get all of them, but I did get a number of them. Put them together in a bundle, got a pretty good price for it. I'm going to open this box up. I'm going to make 3 videos, actually, out of what's in this. And I'm going to show you a vintage treasure from Van Cleef and Arpels. So let's check out some vintage treasures in here, starting with TSAR from Van Cleef and Arpels. I'm going to talk about this one, Giorgio Beverly Hills, in another video, and some classic Versace jeans fragrances in another video. And we're going to do the video about this one right here. Now this fragrance, TSAR from Van Cleef and Arpels, I've always known about this one since I was a kid growing up because I knew a guy that wore this and it was pretty distinct. And I never saw the bottle, but I don't know if it was my mom or somebody told me that it was TSAR from Van Cleef and Arpels. The kitchen wrap is a nice idea if it leaks, but I don't think it's necessary. Maybe he didn't have a Ziploc sandwich bag. I think that would be better. Let's take a look at this bottle. I saw in the description, I saw the pictures, the bottle looked fairly clean. I don't know how much is in it. The guy just said that he didn't use it that much, so I took a risk when I bought it, not knowing exactly how much is in it. This thing looks like it's brand new. Look at this thing, it's beautiful. This is a plastic top and I guess it's a glass bottle, but it is colored in this, has this design on it. This is a sticker, TSAR, Van Cleef and Arpels. It's a 100 ml bottle. We're going to test it out in a second. Let's look at all the sides. Look at that, kind of Art Deco style. Built-in sprayer. Let's look at the bottom. Let's see what it says here. Not much. There's our batch code, 4E03C. Gonna look this up, and if I'm gonna guess, I'm guessing this is from the early 90s. Let's say 92, 93. Okay, I just checked this thing out with a flashlight. I went into the dark room and shone a flashlight on it. I can't see through this bottle. It is solid. Even a strong LED flashlight doesn't go through the bottle, but I was listening to it. I was shaking it around, and this thing sounds like and looks like it's barely been used. It looks like it's just been sprayed a few times. It looks like it's 99% full and feels like it too. That is amazing, guys. I got so lucky. I also just checked on Check Fresh. Checked this batch code on Check Fresh, and it doesn't register. Nothing comes up, 4E03C. It's not there. Unfortunately, I don't have the box. We can't check out the box. I did go to checkcosmetic.net, and it came up as 2004. So that's not right. Maybe the batch codes change every 10 years or repeat every 10 years. So I'd be correct if this is 1994, if that 4 means 1994. That 3 could mean 1993. This is a early to mid 90s TSAR. And some information about this. This one came out in 1989. The perfumer is Philippe Boussatin. And this is a woody aromatic fragrance. Let's give a spray. Let's do my left hand. Let's see if this thing still works. Oh man, it's perfect. 2 huge sprays. That last spray was unnecessary. 1 spray to prime it, and then another spray is all it needed. I gave it an extra spray. Look at this thing. I am coated in Van Cleef and Arpels TSAR. Let's see how it smells, guys. I'll tell you in a second what I think about this one. This is just beautiful. That's all I have to say about this one. It's just beautiful. I'll say a little bit more. What I'm smelling is, it's green. It is mossy. Slightly woody. It's blended perfectly. It's smooth. There are so many notes in this one. Let me read you off the notes according to Fragrantica. Top notes are green notes, lavender, artemisia, rosemary, bergamot, coriander, cinnamon, and neroli. Middle notes are pine tree, juniper berries, carnation, tarragon, geranium, caraway, jasmine, orris root, rose, and lily of the valley. And the base notes are oak moss, leather, cedar, patchouli, vetiver, sandalwood, keeps going, musk, amber, tonka bean, and coconut. What a fragrance, guys. When I read that coconut, I was like, that's weird. And then I gave a whiff of it. I swear I can sense the coconut as well. And maybe that's just my mind playing tricks with me because I'm looking at the coconut, the picture of that on Fragrantica. But I swear I smell that. It's like, it's almost like I can smell every note in this thing. Just what an incredible fragrance. It's, again, it's a crime that this is discontinued. There's no reason why this should be discontinued. I mean, this, I'm sure, is a lot of guys' signature scent, or it was. And it would still be a signature scent today if it was still out today and it even resembled this thing like 80, 85, or 90%, because of course it can't be the same as the way it used to be before all the regulations changed the way these fragrance houses produce these fragrances, the chemicals or the synthetics and the compounds that they're allowed to use or not allowed to use. A lot of the formulas have changed on classics that are still around today. There's a lot of stuff that's been out for a long time, things like Cool Water, for example, the original Cool Water, and even stuff that is like $10 or $15 for the fragrance, like Corum, I always mention that one, or what is it called, Elizabeth Taylor Passion for Men. You can pick those up for like $15, and I don't think this would be one of those. I think this would still sell for like $40 or $50 if it was out today. If it was new, like the retail price, because it is a pretty high-end designer, Van Cleef and Arpels. But this is just, I mean, this is a masterpiece. It still smells like it's brand new. According to Fragrantica, the other fragrances that reminds me of votes, people say that this is similar to Yves Saint Laurent Jazz and something else called Northwind Eau Boticario. I do have Jazz, and I can agree it does smell something like that. It is in the same category. I don't have anything offhand that I think would resemble this, but I do have this, and this is, if you guys have been watching my videos for the past 2 years, I made a video about this. This is in my top 5 this is probably my most favorite vintage fragrance. Not a lot of people know about it because it wasn't from a big designer. It was from a company called Richard Barry Fragrances in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, or it was in New York, and then it moved to Florida, and then it went out of business. This thing was around in the 90s, in the early 2000s. There are still bottles out there, but Baryshnikov pour Homme, this is one of those unicorns that is it's just hard to find, but they are out there once in a while, once a year. Now it's getting rare. I haven't seen this in 2 years here in Japan, and there is a listing online for a 100 ml bottle, but the seller's asking for like $450. I'm not going to pay that. I'm going to do a spray on my arm. I'm going to save my right arm and hand. Let me try this one and see if it's anything similar to Baryshnikov, which was also, this was, I think, 1990 or 91. So it was around the same time frame as this. No, not really. I mean, the only connection besides when they came out is that people say that Jazz smells like both of these. But this one, I like this one better. This one is definitely not as good as Baryshnikov. To me, I prefer this one. This has a beautiful, it's a little bit more, there's like a floral note. Something about this is a little bit sweeter and just more modern smelling than this one. But I mean, this is a beautiful fragrance. Not to say that this is anything lower quality. I just prefer this one more. I really like this one a little bit more than TSAR. Now, this was interesting how I got this one. This was an auction, actually, an online auction. And I almost got this for around $30 or $35, but there was one other bidder in there that was fighting for this one, and for good reason. And I think he was from New Zealand, because the little picture icon by his name had a kiwi on it. So I think he was a New Zealand guy, and he brought the price up to 7,000 yen, and I got it for 7,000 yen. And that's about $48, so just under 50 bucks. And I think this thing is worth at least $200. I wouldn't sell this for any less than $200. It's a like new bottle of TSAR, vintage TSAR, and it just smells glorious. And that's about it. That's all I have for this video, guys. Just want to show you this treasure that I found. I've never done a TSAR video. I have a couple other bottles of TSAR. This was easier to get about 6 years ago here in Japan. They would pop up once every like 3 or 4 months. Now they just pop up like once a year, and they're very expensive. I was lucky to get this one for under $100. I don't think I would have bought this one if it was $100 or more. What'd you think of the video, guys? Give me a thumbs up if you liked the video. I really appreciate it. Hit the like button and hit the subscribe button if you want to see more stuff like this. Vintage, rare, interesting, discontinued fragrances on eaudetreasure, and leave me a comment about TSAR, Van Cleef and Arpels TSAR. One more thing, I did hear there was a good clone of this one from Dua, and it was called Emperor Extrait, or it's called EE, Emperor Extrait. And in the comments in Fragrantica, there are like 3 or 4 people that said that they have this and they got the dupe and they said it's a good one. But I am suspicious of Dua clones, as you know, guys. For me, it's like a 50-50 thing, whether it's similar to the original and whether it's worthy or not. So, I don't know, but those are a lot of positive comments about it. So, who knows? Maybe in the future, I'll give it a shot and try that one out now that I have TSAR lying around here. Thanks for watching the video, guys, and stay tuned for the next one. I'll do the Giorgio Beverly Hills video next, all right? Until that video comes out, take care.